Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I want to share with you some amazing drugstore skincare products, all priced under $20. I know with the cost of everything going up and up at the moment, a lot of us are looking to cut the cost of our skincare without compromising on the outcomes and the results we receive. Well, all these products will deliver way in excess of their bougie and luxury counterparts and not cost the earth at the same time. I've got quite a few different brands and products that I want to share with you, and most of them are universally available no matter where in the world you happen to be. So sit back, relax, let's talk some drugstore skincare essentials. Now, before we get into this video, I want to get a little something off my chest. I've been watching a lot of drugstore content here on YouTube recently. I am drugstore to my core. In fact, I border on the cheap. I just don't want to spend extra money when I don't need to. If you can walk into the drugstore and get game-changing results with these products, why would we be paying bougie, luxury and higher price points for products that are just really taking us on for our hard-earned coin? However, in some of this content I've been consuming, people will say, like, drugstore products under $50. And I'm like, where in the world is $50 a drugstore an accessible price point? Like I said, the cost of everything is going up and up. So $30, $40, $50, that's not going to be within the reach of very many of us anyway. So for me, I've set a limit of maximum price point of $20, £15 for these products. And in some cases, they actually come in as low as $5. That way, I think it's truly accessible to everyone. But always bear in mind, budgets, like our individual skin type, vary from person to person. And so when you're shopping for your skincare range, have a budget in mind and make sure you stick to that. There are products out there for every single budget range, so you don't feel that you're missing out just because maybe you're not spending as much as another person. I want to get the message out there loud and clear that the drugstore is where it's at when it comes to skincare, and the best way of helping me to achieve that is by reaching down and giving this video a thumbs up and a like. The more likes the video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform, so it's just a wonderful way of making sure that everyone understands that $40 isn't drugstore, $5 truly is, and this video is where it's at. So without further ado, shall we just cut that waffle and delve straight on in? And I want to start with an amazing cleanser brand that I've discovered. Now, this won't be a revelation to many of you out there, but for us here in the UK, they're a bit of an emerging brand, and that is Derma E. So these are definitely drugstore and affordable over in the States, and their cleansers are so good. Two of my favourites are these. This is the Derma E Advanced Peptides and Flora Collagen Gentle Jelly Cleanser. A ridiculously long name for a product, but one that really delivers. It kind of has little micro beads in here that are cellulose based, not plastic based, which is really important because those plastic microbeads end up in the water sources. They're not good for the environment. These are cellulose based, which I love, and it gives a very light manual exfoliation alongside a really effective cleanse. It smells divine. So if you like a little lavender scent to your skincare, this is definitely one to pick up. I know if you're looking for fragrance-free skincare, don't worry, I've got a cleanser that is fragrance-free coming up in a minute. But this one I really love, and it's so accessible, particularly in the North American market. This is the other one that they do. This is the Derma E Purifying Gel Cleanser with Activated Charcoal. This, if you have a super greasy, oily skin type, this will be an absolute saviour for you. This was very kindly sent to me by Tom, who's a fantastic friend and subscriber here on the channel. And honestly, I've used it like twice, and it's already like going to become a permanent fixture in my skincare routine. It is so good for those days where you just feel like you'll never get on top of the shine and the oil levels that your skin is producing. These are great. I'm not the biggest fan of activated charcoal. I think it's something that's used as a marketing gimmick to draw you into a product, but somehow this just delivers. And I think it's that combination of other amazing ingredients that does that. It doesn't strip and dry the skin. So if you're someone with a bit of a combination skin type, maybe you're oily across the T-zone, drier on the cheeks, this again will be a really great cleanser to reach for because it's not super foaming, stripping and drying, and it's just got a really great blend of ingredients. This also doesn't have essential oils in like some of the other Derma E products. So if you want to try the brand, but you're a bit skeptical about essential oils and like to avoid them in your skincare routine, then this is probably a great product to start with from Derma E. Now let's keep with cleansers, and I want to recommend this. This is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Daily Cleanser. So this is much easier to get here in the UK and Europe than that Derma E one, but again, equally as accessible in the US, Canada and Australia, where e.l.f. I think is a truly global brand. They do a fragranced and a fragrance-free version of this. I've got the fragranced one, and oh, it's divine. It is such a unique scent to it. I don't think I've smelled anything similar to this in the skincare world. It's uplifting, it's invigorating, and it kind of makes you look forward to reaching for this product. And here in the UK, I paid £8 for this, and I found a little goes a long way because it's really rich in terms of its application, so you don't need a whole lot of product. It's definitely drugstore, it's definitely affordable, but if you're worried about switching to a drugstore cleanser because you think, you know what, they've got a bit of a reputation for being harsh, stripping and drying, don't worry about it. Pick up this. It is so good. Genuinely adds some hydration back into the skin rather than removing it. Leaves your skin perfectly prepped for the rest of your skincare routine, and is just an absolute joy and a pleasure to use. Like I say, fragranced or fragrance free, it depends on your personal preference, but if you like a little element of the sensorial in your skincare routine, treat yourself to the fragranced version of it, because your wallet will love it, your skin will love it, and your nose will adore it. Now let's quickly scoot to like the opposite end of the skincare routine, sunscreen. It is the single most important step in your skincare routine, and it can be quite difficult to recommend a sunscreen at the drugstore that's kind of available globally. Lots of brands will change up their formulation based on different territories and different regulations, so it's difficult for me to recommend a certain brand and know that you're getting the exact same thing whether you buy it here in the UK or in the US, so it can be a little bit confusing. Let me introduce you to this product. This is the Altruist Dermatologist Face Fluid. Now previously they only did this in an SPF 50, which was really good, but I found a little bit heavy on the skin, slightly on the greasy side, particularly as I'm pretty oily and acne prone. Now they've just come out with an SPF of 30, which is game-changingly good. So you've got that tried, tested and independently verified sun protection, and it also still retains that sky-high UVA protection that sometimes we do sacrifice when we go from an SPF 50 to an SPF 30. Not in the case of this, you're still getting way above market average UVA protection, and this is one of the truest broad spectrum products I think I've ever found. This cost me £7 here in the UK, which is so affordable and accessible, and whilst it is particularly easy to get here in the UK, you can pop it to some drugstores, you can order it online. It can be a little bit trickier in the US, but I've left some links to how you can get it in the description box below, as I will for all the products mentioned. The reason I'm calling this one out of all of the other ones is this has one of the highest UVA protection factors that I've been able to find on the market. It keeps that ridiculously affordable price point, even though it's delivering way in excess of the bougie and luxury sunscreens that you could be reaching for. It just goes to prove that good sun protection shouldn't be a luxury. You can absolutely get it at an affordable drugstore price. And Altruist also give a lot of money to charity to support people suffering with albinism over in Africa. It's just a really good skincare brand that delivers top-notch formulations, and this is going to make sunscreen of choices. Now, a new skincare brand that I've only just started experimenting with, but is drugstore priced and available internationally, which is quite a feat because most brands will launch in one territory then expand from there, but this has kind of gone international from the start, and this is Skin Proud. Now these are available on ASOS, it depends where in the world you live as to how you pronounce it, but again linked below, and I've been really impressed with their formulations. I love the packaging, I think it's quite uplifting, it's quite invigorating. It's designed to be for I think a more oily acne prone skin type, so it definitely appealed to me when I first saw it, but some of their products I think are universal. This is their cleansing balm, which is an amazing dupe for their Then I Met You cleansing balm. I think that one retails for something like £30, $40. This one I picked up for £11, which is about that $15 price point. It has got a very light fragrance to it, so if you like a scented cleansing balm, this is definitely going to be one for you. And it's got a really nice blend of oils that kind of just gets to grips with everything that's on the skin. Multiple levels of water-resistant SPF, waterproof makeup, pollution, particulate matter, gone in a flash. And this leaves zero film and zero trace on the skin. So if you're the sort of person like me that would reach for a balm more if it didn't leave that film, this is probably the one you'll reach for. You can always, of course, use a second step cleanser, a gel cleanser like one of the Derma ones after that to do a double cleanse. But if you don't want to, you prefer to just reach for a balm, but you want it to be film free after you've washed it off, this is a really good product at a really affordable price point. You could also go for the Juno Co Clean 10 cleansing balm, which is another one of my favourites, but I'm not calling that out in this video because I think I go on about it quite a lot here on the channel. But again, beautifully drugstore and affordable cleansing balm. These are their squalane capsules. So this is something that I think, was it Elizabeth Arden? I think did it with their ceramide capsules, and then just about every brand now offers this type of thing. So you get these tiny, if I can get one out, you get these tiny little capsules which you break the end of, and it's got like a pre-measured amount of the active ingredient to use on your skin. In this case it's squalane, which is one of my favourite hydrating and moisturising oils. I would definitely recommend this if you're the sort of person that likes squalane in your skincare routine, but you kind of like it with a bit of something different, you know, a different application to keep your skincare routine fresh and interesting. Squalane is a wonderful oil that you can either mix in with your moisturiser or use it and then top off with the moisturiser to just dial up the hydration, the moisturisation in the skin. And these I think are really cool. I paid like £10 for these, so it's something again in the $15 or maybe even a little bit less price point. And you know, again, the packaging, the thought that goes behind this, I think rivals a lot of the bougie and high-end brands. Let's keep with hydration, and one of my favourite moisturisers is this. This is the Simple Skin Quench Sleeping Cream. £3 here in the UK, and you can often get it in discounts as well if you go to Superdrug if you're in the UK. Internationally, Simple is a wonderful brand that you can find in just about every single territory, and the price doesn't fluctuate too much country from country. I know certain brands have like a ridiculously affordable price point in one country, and then a quite bougie and luxury in another. Here's looking at you, CeraVe, that always overcharge here in the UK, but Simple don't. They kind of have a very similar price point globally, which I really appreciate. This is such a good moisturiser. Now, it's designed to be like a night sleeping moisturiser, but I'd say it's more of a gel moisturiser, great for like daytime summer wear. It'll work for most skin types because it layers well on top of itself, so you could absolutely use a good couple of layers if you have a dry skin type. For me, with an oily skin type, one is more than enough, but if you see how that goes onto the skin, that beautiful gel formulation just glides on. Fragrance free, so again, if you're looking to minimise the fragrance in your skincare routine, Simple are a great brand. And this is just a wonderful lightweight moisturiser that sinks in like that, doesn't leave behind any tackiness or stickiness on the skin, and you can put this in the fridge for an extra instant burst of cooling, particularly in those warm summer months. I absolutely love this, and if you are using it as Simple recommends as like a night cream, I would put like a couple of layers on, wait like a minute between each one, and that way you get a really nice rich sleeping mask without actually having to pay bougie and luxury prices. Now, we're in the home stretch, but I have got a couple of other products that I want to share with you. Very quickly, let's talk this. The inkey succinic acid blemish treatment. Now, the reason I'm calling this out is because I've decided, oh well, I learned a little hack. And what you can do with this product is put a couple of dabs of this into your favourite moisturiser on an evening, work it across the skin. That way, you're not getting the stripping and drying that this product could lead to if you use it as a targeted spot treatment. But the sulphur that's in here will help to calm, soothe everything down, clarify, cleanse the pores, remove some of that congestion that seems to build up over time, and you'll wake up in the morning and your skin will just look so radiant and amazing. Sulphur is a wonderful ingredient at calming any redness and inflammation. It's also got some anti-acne benefits. It's just an all-round hero ingredient that I think would be suitable for just about everyone's skincare routine. But instead of using this as a targeted spot treatment like the inkey suggests, just mix a tiny bit into your favourite moisturiser of choice, mix it together in your hands, apply it to the skin, and know that you'll wake up with a really good skin day. And this is something like £8, and one tube, because you're only using a small amount a couple of times a week, will probably last you 2 or 3 months. So it's a great hack of waking up with a guaranteed good skin day. I think one of the most expensive elements of our skincare routine are eye creams. Brands will often note that we'll all reach for an eye cream, so they'll put a tiny amount of product with a sky-high price point, and somehow we always fall for it and we're still buying them. I'm here to say you don't need to break the bank to get good results in terms of the under eye area, and my favourite at the moment is this. This is the Revolution Pigment Boost Pigmentation Intense Eye Cream. I love this. First of all, the packaging. It's uplifting, it's colourful, it's bright, it's vibrant. You see this on your vanity on a morning and you kind of gravitate straight towards it. But this is amazing because it gives a light element of pigment correction under the eyes, kind of instantly brightens it. But it's got some great skincare ingredients in the long term or remove puffiness, inflammation and discoloration under the eye. And this is something that I find is like a true holy grail product. When you find something that gives you the immediate results and the long-term benefits in one, and this cost me £6.50. So around the $10 price point for all that benefit. I'll see if this will pick up on camera with how it applies on the skin, takes out any redness, inflammation or any dark circles that you might have, but it's not super highly pigmented so it looks like you're wearing a concealer. It makes your under eye so silky smooth. You can use a concealer on top of it if you want to do a bit of colour correction as well, but this you can pop under the eye and just know that you'll be looking your radiant best in a flash. Now, very quickly, if you let me, I've got a couple of honourable mentions that I've left to the end because these are only available here in the UK, which I know is a shame, but around 30% of people that watch the content here on the channel are from the UK. So if you're one of them, these two I would recommend. This is the Asda Brightening Vitamin C Radiance Boosting Serum. Great concentration of a vitamin C derivative, smells divine, glides onto the skin, zero tackiness, and this cost me £3. Doesn't get more affordable than that for a really effective brightening serum. And then we've got the Boots Brightening Vitamin C Moisturiser. Again, lightly fragranced, but smells So good. This is like quickly becoming a cult favourite in my skincare routine. It's divine to use in terms of a moisturiser, and it's got again a vitamin C in here which will over time brighten and boost the complexion. This again, £3.50. So these two, if you're looking for budget vitamin C and you're in the UK or certain areas of Europe where you can get to Asda or Boots, these two I would definitely pick up. Hopefully in this video I've shared with you some products that are truly drugstore. Not at that $40 price point, these are all $20 or under. Sound off with any of your personal recommendations below, wherever you are in the world guys. Stay safe, stay well, I love your skin. Take care, bye!